I've done a lot of things in my life. Some good, some bad. And certainly making videos here on YouTube is one of them. And in this video, I want to address some allegations made by the commenters, some questions, some observations about me, the mysterious Cap Noir, the aura around me. I know as I'm talking right now, there's a bit of a dark aura surrounding me, encapsulating the room, filling the room with its presence. And I think it's finally time for me to come forward, come out of the shadows, and respond to the allegations here. So the first thing I want to address is he is 100% on Adderall. So I just want to say that I am not on Adderall. I know it seems like on video I am quite a hyperactive person. I'll be talking very fast and I'll be trying to get my points across very quickly. But I just want to alert you guys, no, I have not done Adderall ever. I have not done amphetamines. I've never done methamphetamines. I've never done crack, cocaine, weed, none of that stuff. I've never done drugs. The only drugs I've ever partaked in my entire life are alcohol, caffeine, and a little bit of nicotine back when I was younger. I don't know if I should tell this cigarette story here. Okay, I'll just say it anyways, but my father was a smoker back then. He quit smoking a while ago, but I was watching him smoke and I was like, dude, that looks pretty fun, pretty fire. So he had a Marlboro cigarette packet and I snuck one out, took it. I was 7 years old at the time, went up to my bedroom. I knew it was taboo at the time. Like if I'm trying to smoke cigarettes and I'm 7 years old, that's pretty messed up. But I was like, yo, I want to be like my dad, be pretty chill. But what I didn't know is that with these cigarettes is that you had to light them up. So I was trying to blow into it. I wasn't even trying to inhale the cigarette. I was like, while I was in my bedroom, it was like 8 p.m. at the time. And I'm like trying to blow into this shit. I'm like, what do I do, man? I'm trying to get like, I'm trying to be like crazy cool smoking gangsta. And then my mom eventually came up and was like, yo, what are you doing? My mom got pretty mad at me. And I was like, damn, I was trying to get that buzz in. Little bro me was trying to get that buzz in at 7 years old, trying to get that nicotine buzz. I wasn't able to inhale any of it. I don't even know if I got any bit of a buzz getting that nicotine in. But the moral of the story here is that I don't do drugs. I never did Adderall before. I know it may seem like it. I know it may seem like I'm a very hyperactive person on camera. But in person, I just want to let you know that I'm introverted and I'm not exactly as open as I am on camera here. So the next thing I want to address is the yapping. So it seems like a lot of you guys are leaving comments that I'm a yapper. So I know this is a TikTok term. I didn't really know what exactly it is, but I know like just based off the context clues, just the word yap, that's probably just someone that just talks a lot. And I was basically looking it up. Basically, my definition was matched up to my expectations when I looked it up on dictionaries. And yeah, I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm a yapper here. I don't really mind it. I think it's kind of funny to hear yapping. But just a bit of an origin of the yapping word. It seems like it came from the sound that a dog makes when they're like talking. So like a dog was when they're yelping and shit, they're gonna be yapping. Like if they're like trying to bark like a dog, like bark, 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 you're gonna be like, oh, that dog is yapping right there. But now it seems like anyone who just talks to a camera is a yapper. So I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. I don't mind if you guys call me the yapper. I don't really care. I think it's kind of funny, but I'm not going to deny that allegation. So yeah, I'm a yapper. So the next thing I want to address is the tissues and lotion in the thumbnail. So if you guys saw from the other video I made where I talked about me playing Osu while I'm standing, which is 100% true, that is not a lie. It is what I actually do while I play Osu. I mean, last night, I'm going to be completely honest, I was sitting down while playing Osu because my feet were too tired, but I was like, yeah, I think my ass got used to sitting down on this chair. And I think it's just got used to it. So I think I can sit down on a chair while playing Osu again. So I might do more of that, but again, probably play standing more. But the tissues and the lotion in the thumbnail. So this is the lotion that I use for my skin. So as you guys can see from my arms here, this is an autoimmune disorder called psoriasis. And it's basically when your immune system goes crazy and attacks your own cells. And this is the result of the warfare within my skin cells, where the autoimmune cells, like the white blood cells for my autoimmune system, is going to be attacking them bitches. And the result of all this red skin is from the irritation from skin cells rapidly multiplying on this surface. And also it's the death of the skin cells from the autoimmune system attacking all them bitches here. So that is what it is. And I use this lotion here. It's called Sebamid. It's not a sponsor. It basically makes these scales on my skin less prominent and less red or less white. So that's what I do with this lotion. I don't use it for what you guys might be thinking I use it for. And the tissues here, my reason for using the tissues is for my sniffles, bro. I've always had some sniffles ever since I was a kid. Like, I always have to be blowing my nose and shit because I got mucus in my membranes. If you guys can hear it in the video sometimes, or when I'm streaming on twitch.tv/ReonPag, come follow if you want to increase your PP by 727 this month. I was basically blowing my nose a lot, and I was also making a sound with my nose like so my nose is a little fucked up, like my breathing system right there. Like, I try to breathe in through my nose and then breathe out through my nose. Like, I know that's better for me than mouth breathing. But I have that issue here where a lot of mucus can get stuck up in my sinuses. So I got to use these tissues to blow my nose. That's what those tissues are for. But I just wanted to address that question right there, that allegation. So the next thing I want to address is, am I the Osu MoistCritikal? So MoistCritikal is basically Penguin0 on YouTube. He's known for talking to the camera, just cracking jokes, making sex jokes and shit, and also talking about games, just anything that interests him. And I suppose that's me here, where I'm just talking about Osu stuff, but kind of like MoistCritikal. I'm not going to deny the fact that I am definitely inspired by him, because if I do watch YouTube, I do like watching MoistCritikal's content. It's extremely relaxing and enjoyable for me to watch. So I would definitely have some sort of impersonation here by MoistCritikal on these channels. But I don't think there's anyone else out here doing this, like a MoistCritikal for Osu, or just anyone who's talking to a camera talking about Osu. I suppose that's the case. And if you guys also hear the intros that I make, where I basically create the story, just set up a story, the exposition, I'm kind of doing that as well, kind of impersonating MoistCritikal, but that's also just good storytelling in general. So I'm just trying to apply that. And the reason why I make these videos where I'm just talking to the camera, I know it's not exactly something that's normal within the Osu community. It's because I want to get better at talking to a camera, because I believe it is a skill that is extremely valuable. And I think it translates into talking to an audience in person. And I just want to level up that skill because it could lead me to get greater accomplishments and achievements, which is why I'm practicing it here. So yes, I'm inspired by MoistCritikal. I like his content, but that does not mean I'm trying to copy him. As someone once said, no such art is completely original. So yeah. So another allegation I want to address is the part where I am constantly out of breath. So I am always talking really fast in these videos sometimes, and sometimes I just gotta take a breath. So that's the reason why I'm out of breath, it seems like. But be assured that my oxygen levels are quite fine, and I breathe through my nose, get that maximum oxygen intake, do the looks max and mewing, skibbity ohio riz gat sigma, and I be applying those fundamentals into my daily oxygen intake. And I will assure you guys that I am not out of breath. So another allegation I want to address is, do I like to watch people play with their feet? Firstly, I don't swing that way. I never really understood the people out here that's be liking feet and shit. But this is a comment left on the video where I was basically talking about Tosu. Shout out to Tosu. And I was basically glazing him a bit. I was like, dude, this guy's crazy. He be getting 700s with his fucking feet. And I'm like, damn, I can't even get a 700 just yet with my own fingers. And this guy's out here doing this with his feet. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I never really said in the video that I like feet. But I just think that the subject matter at hand was quite interesting. And I just wanted to talk about it. A lot of you guys are saying out here that I like feet. I just want to say that I don't swing that way. I know some of y'all might be swinging that way, but I just want to say that I don't swing that way personally. It's not really my thing. But I just want to get that out of the way. Another comment I want to address is a question by Darren, my friend. And he's got a would you rather eat question. So would I rather eat raw eggs or glass shards? So just a bit of context here. I jokingly say in this Discord server that I like to eat raw eggs. Like, if I eat eggs, I eat them raw. I don't eat eggs raw all the time. I cook them most of the time, but the reason why I don't really cook them as hard and kind of have them raw and runny is because it saves a lot of micronutrients in eggs. So they will be better for you if they're raw compared to if they're cooked. So that's why I like eating eggs raw like that. But just besides the nutritional value of it, I think it's also just quite tasty if you have some rice, like some hot steaming white rice, have a raw egg over it, just pour that shit on it, and then put some soy sauce, some sesame oil, some sesame seeds, and then mix that shit up with your chopsticks, and then eat that shit like a Japanese person. That shit is fire right there. Raw eggs, the Japanese are onto something. I know some places eggs are quite susceptible to have salmonella, so you would have a high risk for infection. But I just want to say that I would never get salmonella. First of all, it's 1 out of 10,000 chance to get that from an egg. That shit is rarer than getting a shiny Pokemon. And as I mentioned earlier, the autoimmune disorder I have, psoriasis, this shit makes it so any disease, anything in my body is getting actively attacked. I never got COVID in my life, and I think psoriasis is out here actually helping me, defending me against COVID, because it's going to be attacking any disease. Like, I think even if I was in a whole village, a whole African village that was infected with Ebola, and I was in the middle of that whole ass village and they were all surrounding me and they're all like dying and shit, vomiting, I would be just chilling there and I'll be like, hey guys, what's going on? And I won't even be catching that shit, man. But raw eggs, I'll never get salmonella from it. I'll never get sick. I'm always going to eat raw eggs for the rest of my life, bro. But glass shards, I wouldn't eat glass shards because one, you could probably die from it, get some intestinal bleeding. And I just wanted to give the context of the glass shards here. So I gave the story on Lemoose's stream when I did profile reviews from him. And I was basically talking to his audience there, but I'll just say the story again right here. So I was basically walking home with my groceries in each hand, like these like 50 pounds of groceries on each hand. I'm like walking back home and I was a dumbass. I bought 2 half gallons of milk. So these are 1.5 liters of milk and I got 2 of those and I put them in the small ass grocery bag. You can't really hold it. The thing about these grocery bags is that they're quite weak. And if you put even 1 milk bottle in there, it's probably going to struggle to hold it. And it's probably going to tear a hole through it. But I put 2 of them bitches in there. And you know what ended up happening? I was walking back home. Got my glass bottles, my milk in my grocery bag. Guess what? One of them bitches fell out of the grocery bag, tore a hole through it. And you know in Minecraft, when you throw a splash potion, it makes that sound effect of that glass breaking. That's what happened right there in front of me. Okay, so that sound happened right there. The milk is all over the sidewalk. The glass shards are all over the sidewalk. And I'm like, damn shit. But what's kind of stupider about this story here is that the milk bottles themselves had plastic handles. I could have just held on to those instead of using the grocery bags. But I freaking failed to realize that. And I was like, damn shit. Now there's milk and glass all over the place. I guess it's a sidewalk that like everyone uses to go take the bus and also to go back home. So I'm like, shit, I gotta clean this shit up because nobody else is gonna clean this up. And God is watching me. He's gonna tell me, yo, if you don't clean that shit up, I'm gonna punish you later. I'm like, damn. All right, so I'm gonna go back home and I got my grocery bags. I got some paper towels. I was picking them bitches up. I was getting all scars and bleeding all over my hands. Obviously, they're healed now, but that was like a week ago. And I put that shit in my plastic bag. But the thing about these milk bottles is that I get whole milk. But the type of milk brand that I get, on top of the milk container, like the nozzle where the milk comes out, there is a deposit of cream. Like this is just full-on cream. And I was like, damn, I'm kind of hungry right now. I kind of want to grab that shit. So there was a bit of the milk bottle that was still unopened, but it was a broken piece of glass where the cream was still attached to. And I got my finger and I slicked that shit up and I like ate that. And I was like, damn, that's just delicious. And then I tried to go for a second one, but then I realized there was glass on my fingers and I was like, oh shit, I think I might have just swallowed some glass. So I got back home, I cleaned that bitch up and I was like, all right, I either die in the next few days or I'm gonna be completely fine. And I'm just paranoid over nothing. And as you guys can see right now, I'm completely fine. I don't think I swallowed any glass. If I did swallow glass, it was probably like a really small portion, or maybe the glass wasn't even strong enough to penetrate through the cream. So I'm still chilling here. It's all good. And just to clarify that question there, which one would I rather eat? I would eat the raw eggs over day. Fuck glass shards. I'm not trying to die. So the next allegation this guy gave is this guy might have Dutch friends. So I just want to quickly go over this where I do have a lot of Dutch friends here. So I think I have like 3. I don't know. I have a lot of Dutch friends. I know a lot of Dutch people. I don't know why. But through the OC community, there just seems like be a lot of Dutch people that I know. I don't know how this happened, but they're all chill. I like the Dutch people. They're pretty chill. I like their culture. I like the language. I do be trying to learn the language a little bit here and there, trying to know some words. Like I know some of the words there that a lot of people use is kanker. So if anyone's out here watching this and they're Dutch, they're probably like, damn, I'm going to beat this guy up. But yes, I do have some Dutch friends. And the next allegation I want to address is, did bro flex his side profile at the end? I guess like when I close my videos, I kind of just go this way, like from the camera, and you guys can see my side jawline here. And it didn't used to be like this. I used to be fat as fuck. I'm just gonna put like a profile of me like trying to do squats like a year ago, and I was out here looking like Big Chungus. I was out here looking like one of those motherfuckers from Wall-E when they're trying to go through the plane and shit, and they're on their wheelchair, and all of them motherfuckers are trying to go eat some burgers or something. That was me. Now I do have a bit of a side profile, I guess, this jawline, which is pretty cool. And the lip smacking emote here on this comment, I guess bro was trying to say W Riz, Ohio Sigma Gat Rizzler. So that's pretty cool. I'm not intentionally trying to flex the side profile here. It's just something I do while I try to close the video. I'm not really trying to edit that part out at the end of the video because I feel like there's no point. And I'll just leave it there. But that's what it is. The last allegation I want to address is, why is Miku in your bed? So this is a comment on the video where I was talking about the OC YouTube shorts, and I was kind of ranting about it, where there's a rabbit hole animation of Miku doing some crazy ass shit. And I just wanted to give the story of this Miku right here. So the Miku here is this figurine, and I'm quite ashamed to talk about this story here, honestly. But I was basically at an arcade while I was with some friends, and I was like, you know, I got a bit of disposable income from my work. I'm gonna play some of those catch machines, you know, the ones where you can play with the claw machine and get the prize. And my dumbass was like, shit, I'm trying to win right here. And I blew like $100 on that bitch. And I only got that one right there. And I was like, damn, happens. I'm going to be completely honest with that, right? I thought I would be the type of person that wouldn't fall victim into the gambling scheme, such as the one that I just partaked and just told. It seems like I've got some work to do in terms of my self-control. And that Miku there, why was it on my bed? I just thought it would be a cool idea to put it on there, just having the background, because I have something related to the video subject, just put it in the background, and I just talked to the camera about the subject. And yeah, that was basically why she was on the bed, because I just thought it would be a cool decoration for the video. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to address some allegations here in this video. I know this video might be a little long, but I kind of just want to talk about it. And just, I had to upload something, dude. I gotta upload something for the 30-day upload challenge, man. But yeah, I'll see y'all.